What's up everyone? I'm the Nostalgic Book Potato. Today I'm doing the midyear freakout tag. This is a really popular booktube tag, and it's basically a check-in at the middle of the year about how your reading's going. So the first question is the best book you've read so far this year. Bitter and Blackbird, hands down, best book. It was so good. I loved everything about it. The murder, humor, spice, the banter, the yearning, the twists, all of it amazing. The best sequel you've read so far. So not exactly the sequel, but it's the third book in the Ruinous Love trilogy, Scythe and Sparrow. The second book, Leather and Lark, was my least favorite of the series, unfortunately, so for some reason it just didn't pack the same punch as Bitter and Blackbird and Scythe and Sparrow. Like, it was missing the special sauce. It wasn't as funny or spicy. It felt a lot slower and more serious and like somber in tone. But Scythe and Sparrow brought it home. It was so good. It had all the same magic as Bitter and Blackbird, but with its own unique flavor. A new release you haven't read yet but want to. Like all of the new releases on my 25 for 2025 TBR, which were Deep End, Great Big Beautiful Life, The Scorpion and the Night Blossom, and A Forgery of Fate. But also some other ones, Problematic Summer Romance, which I kind of feel like was a surprise release because I hadn't known anything about it till like a month before it was released. Like, she had just released Deep End, and I knew Mate was coming out in the fall. So, like, how the heck did she have time to write 3 whole books? Allie, where do you get the energy for that? Another one that I'm considering, and I've heard a lot of good things about this, is One Golden Summer. I still haven't read The Summer Will Be Different, and I was going to decide whether I'd read this one after that, but I've heard so many good things, so I'll probably just read One Golden Summer anyway. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. There are a few that are coming out in the fall that I'm really excited for. Tourist Season, which is coming out September 23rd. It's by the same author as Bitter and Blackbird. So you know there's going to be some murder, some spice, and it's all going to be happening on a small seaside town. So I think it'll be really cute. Next is Mate, which is coming out October 7th. This is a sequel to Bride, which is my favorite Hazelwood book, so I'm really excited for this. I had reread Bride like a few months ago, and at the end I was like, oh my gosh, is there going to be a sequel? Like, I had totally forgotten that plot line, so I'm really excited for this. Next is The Princess Knight, which is coming out October 14th. This is apparently like based off of the plot of Legally Blonde, but it's set in medieval times. And I'm pretty sure that when I first saw this, it was originally titled Medievally Blonde. So I don't know why they changed the title, but yeah, I'm excited for this. I really love Legally Blonde. I love it when a character is like underestimated, but like they somehow outsmart everyone in a kind of unconventional way. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Biggest disappointment. The True Love Experiment. I really thought this would be up my alley. It's about a best-selling romance author who hasn't had any luck in love, so she goes on a reality TV dating show. And I love dating shows, so I will watch any and all reality TV dating shows, but this book just fell flat, which is sad because I've enjoyed every other Christina Lauren book I've read. Paradise Problem and The Unhoneymooners were so great, so funny. In a Holidays was really cute. So yeah, I'm disappointed in this one. Another thing, and I feel bad about saying this, but the main character is supposed to be Asian American. And I can see that they tried to add some culturally relevant things to the plot. But the main character just didn't quite feel believably Asian American, and I don't want white authors to take that criticism and not write diverse characters, or to solely rely on stereotypes and characters. But yeah, it was refreshing and nice to see an Asian main character be feisty and sex positive. But she was a bit too extra, and I don't know if I could really believe it. And I definitely wouldn't believe that her parents were so supportive and cool with it. And maybe that's like my own internalized bias, so I'll call myself out for that. Maybe we need more stories and examples of characters like that. But yeah, I feel like if the character was written as white, I don't think I would have the same hang up. Like, yeah, she was extra, but I don't think it would have bothered me in the same way. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is just highlighting my own limiting beliefs about my race. I don't know. So yeah, complicated feelings about that one. Yeah. Also, the guy didn't sound realistic either. Like, when a male character is clearly written by a woman. So yeah, I don't know. The character voices for this one just was a miss for me. So sad about that. My biggest surprise was The Butcher and Blackbird. I was surprised by how much I loved it. It was so good, and it just hit so hard. I loved all the weird, all the suspense, all the spice, and all the sweet ass adorable things that Roman does. Like, ugh. Honestly, this book had me cackling from chapter 1. It was so funny. Newest favorite author. Obviously, Brynne Weaver. Love the whole Ruinous Love trilogy. And I've just bought some of her self-published backlist. So I'm excited to delve into that. Newest fictional crush. This was hard, and I feel like my answer for the next two questions could potentially be interchangeable. So their newest crush and newest favorite character. And this was a battle between brothers, Rowan and Fionn Kane. I think I'm going to settle with Rowan from Butcher and Blackbird as my fictional crush. Mostly because of the dragon onesie scene. But I will say, in Scythe and Sparrow, he felt a little too extra when he busted it out again with glued on scales and painted skin. So yeah, that really made me think like, wow, I definitely don't think I could date a full-on extrovert. Like, I need someone who's a little more extroverted than me, but like more introverted than that. So my newest favorite character is Fionn from Scythe and Sparrow, because I love him too. Especially the fact that he crochets with little old ladies and his letters. Oh my god, the letters. I freaking love a love letter. And he learned the meaning of tarot for her. Like, so cute. Book that made you cry. Something made me shed a tear in either Leather and Lark or Scythe and Sparrow, but I don't remember which or what it was. But one of them made me tear up for some reason. Book that made you happy. The whole Ruinous Love trilogy, Butcher and Blackbird especially. Actually, no. My answer is going to be my reread of Twisted Love. That made me so freaking happy. I truly love that book so much, even after reading it 4 times. And I'm so happy I still love it. Most beautiful book you've gotten this year? Oh man, I've gotten so many pretty books. I'm such a sucker for a pretty cover. And I've gotten a lot of really nice special editions from Book Outlet recently. Use my referral link for $5 off your first order. I mean, look at all of these. So, yeah, this is a hard question to answer, but I still think Watch Me by Tahereh Mafi is stunning. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Obviously, my 25 for 2025 TBR. Still haven't read anything on it. My summer TBR. Yeah, so those are definitely priority. But like, what even are priorities when you're a mood reader? Like, it's my life. I can read whatever I want. Some other things though, I really want to pick up some Frederick Bachman. Sarah, Jamie, and Murphy have completely sold me on Frederick Bachman, so I really want to read his books. If you've read him, let me know where to start. I feel like everyone loves Beartown, so should I start there? Should I try his new release, My Friends? Signed copies are on sale at Indigo right now, so that's kind of tempting. I also want to get on the hype train for Lights Out. It's kind of been compared to Butcher and Blackbird in terms of the humor and how it's kind of dark, so I feel like I'd eat it up. I also just read my first stalker romance, so I could totally be down for it. I also want to get into sci-fi. I have some cool looking sci-fi books that I want to get into, and I read, or listened to technically, Project Hail Mary at the beginning of the year, and I really liked it. I'm a big nerd, so sciencey, spacey stuff totally tickles my nerdy fancy. Romance tickles a very different kind of fancy, but sometimes it's good to give your brain a good tickle too. So let me know how your reading has been so far this year. What were some of your faves, disappointments, surprises, and what are you excited for? Let me know in the comments. Okay, bye! Since this is the mid-year freakout, drop an emoji that you think represents freaking out. Thanks!